The best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people.
Okay guys, so for today's video, I wanted to cover a story that happened a few weeks ago. As you saw at the beginning of the clip, that was the artist who did the Dilbert comic for a lot of newspapers and stuff like that. And at the time of him releasing that video, he had looked at this Rasmussen report, which I guess sends out questions and stuff like that. And they surveyed about 1,000 Americans. And they had two questions on the survey. One, do you agree or disagree with the statement, it's okay to be white? And do you agree or disagree with the statement, black people can be racist too? Now, based off of the data that was collected from those 1,000 people, Scott Adams decided to make this video. So let's just play it.
You know, nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll. Not according to me, according to this poll. That's a hate group. That's a hate group. And I don't want to have anything to do with them. And I would say, you know, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just get the away. Wherever you have to go, just get away.
So he goes on for a little while explaining, you know, what he's done, how he views these things. But when you take a deeper look into the actual survey, so 53% of black people, I guess that was surveyed, said that it was okay to be white. 26% had disagreed, and 21% had said it was not sure. So he took the 26 and the 21%, got 47% of people basically saying that they disagreed that being white was okay. And so that's where he came up with that statistic, or that statement saying that almost half of African Americans or black people don't like white people. Now, if you take a deeper dive into the survey itself, it goes on to say that the Rasmussen surveyed 1,000 people, and only 13% of that 1,000 were black. And of the 21% that said not sure, that totaled an amount of 61 people out of these 1,000. Now, clearly, you can't base 1,000 people off of the whole population, right? They'll take this small group of numbers and then they'll extrapolate it to, you know, say a larger number. However, as this person pointed out, what this means is that 61 total black people who were surveyed with the statement "we're not sure." Why does it make sense to assume that 61 folks somehow represent the 40 million people that live in the United States? Very good question, right? And so the cartoonist got a lot of backlash. He lost pretty much every single printing job that I believe he had. But what's interesting, which is why I'm making this video a few weeks later, is that I just stumbled across this channel here, James Klug, and he goes out. This was a day ago, already almost 250,000 views, and I'm guessing by the title of this video, "Is it okay to be white?" he went out on his own to ask people this same question that was from the report. So I figured, why not check it out together and see what we find out.
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white.
It's just a matter of color, and color shouldn't come in the way of anything.
That seems pretty fair.
It is very fair.
A lot of people that we would speak to today would call what you're saying racist.
Yeah, I am racist.
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Today I'm in Los
Okay, so just from the few clips that we've seen there, maybe he's only asking black people in this, but I guess we'll find out.
Angeles, and we're going to be finding out if people think it is okay to be white. Now, before we get started, only about 14% of you guys watching these videos are subscribed to the channel, so if you could take a quick second
hit the subscribe,
and hit that subscribe
guys.
button down below, I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's go talk to some people.
Cool intro. James Klug.
Huge shout out
Ooh.
to our friends over at iTarget for sponsoring this video. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? It is okay to be white.
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white.
No. No comment.
No comment.
Yes, it's okay to be white.
Really don't care.
Yeah, it's okay to be any color.
It is okay to be white.
Disagree.
You disagree?
Yes. I mean, that was a hell of a question.
This was interesting because there was also a decent amount, I'd say. I think it was 20% of white people had also said that it was not okay to be white in that survey. I'll have to go back and double check the numbers, but I'm pretty sure it was around 13 to 17%, something like that. So it looks like he is going to add some white people maybe in here as well.
Yeah, because it's okay to be black. It's okay to be orange. It's okay to be pink.
I don't even think that should have to be a question.
Woo.
We live in a really odd
Toronto.
time where we have to ask that question, you know.
No,
Y'all got too much. Yeah, y'all got
who
too much
want to be
leeway.
white? That's awful.
No.
Okay, so
Who wants to be white? That's awful. Okay then.
so why is that? Why is it not okay to be white?
Y'all have the race as a people. Y'all have done too much. I would
As a
rather
people?
Yeah, as a whole.
And it's a group of people.
Too much
that-
good or too much bad?
Too much bad.
The majority is not.
Is like bottom of the barrel, really.
Really?
Yeah.
And why do you disagree with that?
It's the whole privilege thing. It's just, time to give it to other people.
It is okay to be white.
Are you guys white? I'm white, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you guys are here. Why is asking the question? I don't
But
care
no.
to be myself.
No, but at the end of the day, yeah, it is. It is okay to
Okay
be
to
like.
be you, dog. What do you
I'm interested to see if there's going to be a lot more like tiptoeing around this question, because so far a lot of people have been pretty straightforward, yes or no. I haven't really seen, well, it's okay, but so it'll be interesting.
guys' thoughts about people that are responding to that saying they disagree with that, saying no?
When the people say it like that is, I don't know.
I think they racist when they say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And you gotta live and let live, I think it's better with white and chocolate. And, I think it makes our world,
I like
we
this
all
lady.
different flavors, just like ice cream.
What should white people do about that?
There's not
Like,
much
what
y'all can do, but just gotta deal with it.
What should I do about that, do you think?
Try not to be white.
Try not to be white. Hey, I like that this lady is like straightforward and stuff, but again, these aren't real answers. Like, there's nothing. Just try not to be white.
That's all you could do at this point.
Is it okay to be Asian?
Nah, you don't want to be them either. Mm-mm. Nah.
How about black?
Definitely that. That's it. That's it. It's all you could be. It's the coolest thing to be. I mean, you really, after that, you talking bottom of the barrel, really. Asian, that's probably worse than being white, ain't it?
I feel like it,
Oh, that lady is something else. Holy smokes.
it's okay, yeah.
Is it okay to be Asian?
Asian? Yeah. Of course,
Of
because
course,
I'm Asian.
this guy's
What people
Asian.
that we would speak to today would call what you're saying racist.
Yeah, I am racist.
Are you serious? Or are you...
100%.
So you just don't like white people as a whole?
No.
It's just a matter of color, and color shouldn't come in the way of anything.
That seems pretty fair.
It is very fair, and that's how life
See, and I think this ties back to the importance of what Martin Luther King said is like you just base people off their merits, not the color of their skin. If they're a good person, they're a good person. If they're a bad person, they're a bad person. Just because they're black doesn't mean they're bad. Just because they're white doesn't mean they're good. There's terrible white people. There's terrible black people. There's great black people. There's great white people. So it's funny to see everybody's like little answers here.
is supposed to be.
You're white, obviously. What can you do to change that? Saying it's not okay to be white. What can you do to change that?
Fund the United Negro College Fund. Leave your inheritance to African American people. Like the beaches, give them back the property that was stolen from them, African Americans.
Now, honest question here. Would a black person find that offensive that he just said, I'll leave my inheritance to them? Honest question. Leave it in the comment section below what you guys think.
Particularly, but yeah.
Are you yourself planning on giving your inheritance to African American people?
Do all sorts of that stuff already, yeah.
Why do you think some people are saying no to that question?
I don't know. That's probably a personal issue within themselves because it's okay to be whoever you are.
Do you hear that within your own life at all or no?
No, I don't. That's weird. I mean, we're all the same, man. We might be different colors, but man, we all bleed the same color. We're all equal, man.
Very true.
It's not okay to be white.
Yeah, they said that.
Yeah, people say that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
That guy is so shocked. And that's what I said, like these conversations, I don't know how productive they are in today's day and age, because color and race was such an important part in the early days, like even before my parents. And then we started getting to a point where it looked like we were in a great spot, huge melting pot, especially here in Toronto and Canada, like huge melting pot, a lot of ethnicities mixing and this and this and that. And now we're getting back to a part where it's like so focused on everyone's like color, and the division is coming back of like, the blacks and the whites and the Asians. It's very weird and interesting.
that they're not the judge at the end of the day. God is. And if he's okay with you or myself, then we should also agree.
Should we be judging people based on the content of their character and not
Yes.
the color of their skin?
No, you need the color of skin is very important.
By the way, do you agree
So she's content of character and color of skin. Gotcha.
with her?
Yes, she does. I have a black son. I don't want my son come home with no white woman. At all. He know better.
Do you tell him that?
Yes.
How old's your son?
21.
Oh.
And he's not allowed to date.
He could date who he want, but they can't come in my house, and I'm not gonna have no parts of it. I don't want no mixed babies. I want a black baby grandchild. That's what I want.
All right, everyone, let's take a quick moment to talk about today's sponsor. We all know crime is completely out of control in just about every city, and while the Supreme Court has made it easy,
You know what? I'm gonna leave a timestamp in the thing if you want to skip this part, but we'll let this guy's ad play.
easier for you to conceal carry for protection, it is your responsibility to be properly trained. That is why I endorse iTarget Pro. This system allows you to dry fire practice with your actual firearm anytime in the safety and privacy of your own
Definitely
home.
has to be
I
the
use it all the
States.
time for practicing my draws from a concealed carry position, and it's incredibly helpful. Trust me, you guys, this will save you a ton on practice ammo. Just download iTarget's proprietary app, load the laser bullet into your firearm, and start your training
Oh,
experience.
that's kinda cool.
Improve muscle memory, reaction speed, sight alignment, trigger control, and more. And you guys, iTarget Pro comes in all major calibers, including .223, so you can stay sharp with just about any firearm. And all my subscribers get 10% plus free shipping when you use the offer code KLUG at itargetpro.com right now. This is the smartest investment in your ability to safely and effectively handle your firearm. And you guys, it'll literally pay for itself in one day. That's the letter I, targetpro.com,
That's pretty cool.
itargetpro.com, offer code KLUG, K-L-U-G. Do not miss this. I will pin a link down below. Let's get back into the video.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's okay. You can be white, black, purple.
Of course. I'm white.
I think to a reasonable person such as yourselves, the proper answer to that question, is it okay to be Asian, black,
Yes.
brown,
Yes.
whatever,
Yes.
is yes.
In other words, we're saying is we really don't.
I do care, and I
You
say
care,
yes.
but me, I don't really care.
Yeah. The reason why we're talking about this is a recent Rasmussen poll.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, so he is doing this based off the poll. So it'll be interesting to see what the people have to say, because everyone's been pretty much on the yes, it's okay side.
Ask that question to Americans. Do you disagree or agree with the following statement? Is it okay to be white? They did find that only 53% of black Americans said yes.
So yeah, it's almost a full 50-50. Just if you look at this, that black people don't think it's okay to be white. But again, that chunk of the 21%, as we read in the other article, was only 61 people. So
to that. Why do you think that is, in your opinion?
I think because I think they're racist. You know, they just like.
think so?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I mean, I think most don't get up and think about another race. It's more like they think about us. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
we do. We get up and think about another race. Yes, he do. He lying now.
really don't.
Yes, we do.
Well, I'm not sure that's even really a part
I like
of the
her calling
conversation
him out
because
on
it's
his
like,
shit.
It's just a question, right?
Well, the question is, yeah, I don't. Me anyway. I mean, can't think about another race. I spend my money just like they do. You know what I mean? It's all about me being come back to the self-centeredness. You know what I'm saying? I got to worry about me. I can't worry about them.
I think it's okay to be somewhat self-centered, but you would answer the question. You would agree with the statement, though. Is that correct?
I would.
Yeah. Only 53% of Black Americans said yes to that poll. Does that surprise you or no?
No. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I think the part of it being surprising would be no. Especially if you're going based off of like incidences in the past as well as, some recent events could also give you a different view on this topic, but it's interesting that even though these people are saying no, it's not surprising, they still say it's okay. So,
In a way, it does.
Black people are really racist.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Why do you guys think that is? Because that's obviously problematic.
Oh, maybe they're thinking about like a mind state instead of the color.
So maybe just
White mindset. Well, if you would have asked me if it's okay to be black, it's like the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, why would it not be? I mean, it's just like, it'd be like kind of saying like it's okay to be black. Like
It's the exact same thing.
Exact same thing. There's like teaching people that like, oh, this one's bad, putting the others down. It's not right.
What was the results in the white people?
Well, I'll tell you. White people was 81% said yes. I think across the...
It's about them.
Right, I mean, yeah.
I feel like it's not okay to be racist,
It is okay to be racist.
but white people have made it where it's so easy to be racist. White people has put that foundation down, and it's just normal.
He's scared of the white people.
Are you scared of me?
From my perspective, that shouldn't even be a question.
It's a dumb question.
The fact that you're asking that.
100% agree. And that's what I was trying to say earlier is the focus now shift back onto like the color and all this stuff. I don't think it's very valuable in today's society. And but I mean, again, this is the division that's happening.
Says a lot about the fact that you got to ask that as a question. The fact that was a question in a poll
in and of itself.
in itself is a concern.
I think it
What do you
comes
think's going on there?
It comes from their background of the information being spread of like what our ancestors, the lineage, the history, and also it just comes down to what's being poured into their minds. If someone's drilling into your mind a certain a way or a previous occurrence or anything like that, yeah. If they're telling you that, then eventually you're gonna believe that, you're gonna become that, even if you don't know all the facts. You're just going off of, a lot of people these days are followers. And so most of them are just following the crowd.
I can see why.
You can see why. So why do you think that is? What's going on there?
Privilege. It's a problem with privilege. Black people have a problem with privilege and white people have privilege. So they assume that being white is bad and being black is good. Just being completely biased, honestly. Just being completely biased. But it's okay to be any color, any race.
Today, white people have privilege?
I live in Texas.
You live in Texas? How do white people...
I live in Texas. I'd say that's a pretty white place to be.
have privilege today, do you think? Over black people?
Over black people, jobs. Definitely jobs. Definitely in the job market. If I go into a corporate setting, I look a different way. I have tattoos. I look like this. I'm smart. I have a great job, but I work at home.
Do you think that...
That's interesting because I would say in today's society, tattoos, piercings, this and that, all of that's pretty much accepted. So it's interesting that she's still dealing with that.
everyone with tattoos can look different in a workplace?
Yeah, I do. Not just one race. Speaking specifically just about myself in general, I know how I look to some people.
And if that's alive and well, that you know, that sort of racism that's resulting in white privilege, if that's the case, why are Nigerian Americans making more than white Americans?
Honestly, I have no idea because I don't know enough Nigerian Americans to actually make an honest.
Yeah, I'm not familiar about the Nigerian Americans that are wealthy.
Assumption. I can't even make an assumption off of that because I don't know.
Do you think that viewpoint of, you know, it is not okay to be white, don't you think that's kind of a genocidal viewpoint? Like what do they do? They can't do anything about you can't change this.
You cannot change who you are. You cannot change.
Well, you can't change your skin color. You can kind of change who you are.
You can't change. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You can't change your skin color for sure. You can't do that.
So what do white people do about that?
But the perspective of how people look and treat others. That's what I feel.
I think everyone can work on that.
Oh yeah, okay.
100%, yeah.
Is it racist to say that it is not okay to be white?
It's
I
racist
say
either way it go. Either way it go, either saying it's not okay to be white or not okay to be black.
Well, that's a great point. Either way it goes. If you say that about brown people, Asians, white, black, if you say that it is not okay to be, you know, one skin color,
right?
That's a racist thing to say.
Right. Yes.
Right.
They
They just gotta get better as a whole.
They can't do that.
You guys all just gotta get better as a whole. That's funny.
There's nothing that can help them. It's too far gone at this point.
You know, everybody's allowed to be here in their own skin. You know, everybody. This is our world. This is what
So
we.
what can y'all? What they gonna do if people think like that? Are they trying to change the people to think like that?
I'm sorry, could you clarify what you mean? You're talking about
The people that think that
The other
people
50% that think that.
what do we do about that? It sounds like, I mean, something needs to change, whatever it may be.
does.
Whether it be white people not believing it's okay to be black or
Right.
black people not believing it's okay to be white, we have to work to bring people together.
Yeah.
As for
My curiosity would be if they posed this same question, but instead of is it okay to be white, what the results would be is it okay to be black? I'm curious to see what the results would be for that.
what we can do about that, one thing that we can do is move away from identity politics, polarizing the country when it comes to race-based politics. I think that's absolutely unacceptable, and I think it's divisive. That would be my first step.
That's how they stay in power, though. You know what I mean? Their game they playing now on race-based politics is win at any means necessary.
That's exactly what I was
gotta hurt
talking
their
about.
own. It's just that they getting so much money now, and then they want to pass it on, and you know they'll never give that up.
It's a lot. It's a good question, but it's
They're
a
not
lot.
gonna give it up though.
Yeah.
Democrats ain't giving that up.
Democrats aren't? Who
Democrats.
does more race-based politics in the United States?
The
Democrats?
Yeah, he
Everything
know
is
their
racist.
politics stuff, so I'm
Everything
not
to
in
them
their
is racist.
politics.
Everything, which is not, but to them it is. If you see, most everything for them is racist.
Nobody's really fixing the problem. I don't care if it's a Democrat. They claim to be for everyone, but when you look at the policies and different things that are coming out, they're not for us either. So it's just like they use us to get the vote, but they're still not helping us.
I don't know. It's like we bring back the race problems between like people rather than enjoy how far we've come over
Again.
any amount of years. You know, I think that especially nowadays more than ever, we're just dealing with a lot of those issues, and it's.
Another based Torontonian here. Exactly what I just said. We got so far, we got into a sweet spot where everyone was with everybody, and now it's the division again, back to like whites stay with whites, blacks stay with blacks, Asians stay with Asians. Like it's
being brought up in our faces, like we can't avoid seeing stuff, you know, involving race and trying to get us more divided, you know. I personally believe.
You mentioned that doesn't surprise you primarily because black Americans would see white Americans as being privileged, and you think that would create some form of disdain towards white people or whatever word you think would be appropriate to use there?
To be honest, I think that's exactly what it is. It's already a disdain there instead of just looking at people as people. I mean, I'm saying it because I'm black and I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? It's honestly, you look, and a lot of people already have this, they didn't grow up with white people or they didn't grow up around, so they just get this stigma and they already think that, yeah, I don't want to be white, or white people are this or white people are that.
In the judgmental area of people and how they live, what they look like, what they believe in, and what they don't believe in, I feel like we've kind of increased in that area. A lot of people feel that they have an opinion towards someone else and
I really like this girl. She's got a lot of good takes right now.
how they live or how they are or who they are. But at the end of the day, they're not the judge. God is. And if he's okay with you or I, then why shouldn't we?
All right, everyone, that is it for today. So thankfully, the results of today's video weren't anywhere near the results of Rasmussen's recent poll. Let me know what you guys
100%.
think about these conversations down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more videos and hit that bell notification button so you're notified next time I post. And I'll catch you guys next time.
Very, very cool. Just based off of this guy going around in, I think this was LA, he said, and asking people, I'd say it was a good turnout. But as always, you guys let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought about this. If you enjoyed this, please hit, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks so much.